Going on, y'all? So right now, I'm like feeling super anxious right now. I'm at the park that I usually be at when I try to go do some laps or whatever, and which is right next to the hospital. So instead of going to the hospital, I'll come here and try to do some laps and stuff. So it's kind of like enabling myself a little bit or whatever. So I know I've been taking my buspar pretty late. Last night I took it around 10. I really didn't get no sleep last night. This morning I took it around 8, so my sleep and everything been off because I just been tripping. But last night I did come across something pretty interesting. When I was at the emergency room, I went 3 times. I went one for my chest and stuff hurting. Everything was normal. Did an EKG, blood work, checked the troponin, did all my electrolytes, all the kidneys and all the other stuff. That was good. Did a X-ray. That was good. But I still wasn't at ease with that. I left. Like 30 minutes later, came back because I felt like my arm was getting tight and I had a lump and all that other stuff. So then I'd be going again at 2 something in the morning. But this time my sister dropped me off because she lived across the street and I didn't have a way home. So I was like, fuck, I'm screwed. How do I get home? Right? And that stuff would just bother me, man. And it was bad. And then I came across I just typed in health anxiety. And when I typed that in, some interesting stuff came in. It was called, dang it, I can't think of the name. It's hypochondriac or something like that. Yeah, hypochondriac or something like that. It's, hypochondriac. And when I typed in health anxiety, that came up and I started to read it and some of the symptoms and just the whole summary of what it is and stuff like that and describing everything, just an overview of what it is, what it means, how you act, how you feel, how you go about stuff. And that stuff described me to the T. Like, it was like I go to the doctor all the time. You get get this whole workup, and no matter what, you're still not satisfied with the results. You feel like it's something else. Switch doctors or get mad at your doctors. You constantly, scanning yourself, body scanning yourself and seeing what's wrong and picking out any little detail, and you exaggerate it, and now it's this big thing like I did with my arm. I just left, just got blood work, just got EKG, everything was good. And I was just reading that and I was just like, wow, this kind of almost described me to a T. And I said, man, maybe there's something I can use to help me better understand my health anxiety. Because at first it was like, I just got anxiety, I got a panic disorder. I really didn't have no name for it besides that. And when I seen that, I was like, oh, that stuff makes sense. I think they changed the name. It's not like hypochondriac no more. It's something else. But yeah, and I sent it to my fiance, sent it to my cousins and stuff like that, and it was like, boom, that's a better way to understand why I am the way that I am, how I feel about going places because I'm thinking of a health issue and stuff like that. So all that stuff just made a whole lot of sense, and it gave me a better understanding of. It was something to actually be like, oh damn, that's me in a nutshell. So today I thought I'd have a better day. Which, for the most part, I haven't been to the emergency room, so that's good. I had one little panic attack when I was going to get me some food from Boston Market. And then I just said, I got to sit here for a second. Don't trip yourself out. And I was talking to my fiance. I'm like, man, I just feel stuck. I feel like I can't leave and go home. Like, what can I do right now? She was like, you know what? Get your phone out and vlog. Record yourself. And I was like, wow, I'm going to do that. And now as I'm talking and I'm going through the motions and I'm just explaining my feelings, how I'm feeling right now, I can tell that my heart rate and stuff is going down and I'm starting to feel a little better. I'm not really more so paying attention to some of the symptoms that I'm having. I'm kind of just like brushing them off a little bit, and I'm more so focused on the video that I'm doing. So I would say that's definitely helping. It's definitely giving me a different coping mechanism of coping when I'm having a panic attack. So yeah, I'm trying not to. Somebody smoking a cigarette or barbecuing. Somebody across the street smoking a cigarette. My smells has like been times two. Man, my hearing, I just hear certain stuff that I didn't used to hear. I'm just like tuned in to to all my senses. My hearing, my tasting, my feeling, all of them I'm just like super tuned into that stuff, which is good, but I guess it's like I don't want to have to tap into that this way. But yeah, health anxiety is real, man, and I read that whole hypochondriac thing, and I was like, wow, that's me. I'm like, it's a lot of other people that kind of deals with that same struggle of going to the doctor, getting test results, getting negative test results, but still not satisfied. It's not reassuring no matter what the doctors say or what workup you did. It's still something that's underlying that you can't necessarily put your finger on. And yeah, that's me to the T, and that stuff is like, and then I'm a warrior anyway, so that stuff will like had me worrying like crazy. So yeah, man, like who else have health anxiety? Like what does that look like for y'all? You know, of course everybody have different health anxiety, but it's just like, you know, damn, like what else? I'm gonna end up trying some acupuncture and stuff. I'm gonna try that. I tried to do the vape pen. That shit sent me, that shit made my panic worse, like 10 times worse. So if I do decide to ever try to smoke again, or maybe do an edible, something real, 5 milligram or something like that, or smoke some actual weed and not that vape, not that press stuff, you know what I mean? And I might do that, but this time trying to inhale slow and take my time and, you know, be a mindful smoker, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just more so, I'm gonna start focusing on and learning more about health anxiety and to get a better understanding of what it is, because like I said, that's what I mostly deal with, and that turns into panic and depression and all that stuff. So I'm gonna try to really dive into this and try to do research of my own, because I feel like the class and stuff that I'm in is cool, but I'm more so of like a hands-on learner kind of person, not more so, oh, here go a pamphlet, or here go this, read this and take what you can out of it and apply it. I'm more so of a like, show me what I can do. Hey, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Y'all finna get it in, huh? Me either. I hurt my back last time, man. Yeah. So, yeah, we be hooping and stuff at the park, so. And that helps with my anxiety as well, even though sometimes when the game first started, I gotta check my breathing, see how I'm feeling first before I actually really start to play hard. But got a couple people over there kind of getting in, so y'all would think I was faking and talking to myself and shit. But you know, it just is what it is, man. I'm just yeah, I'm gonna do some more research and see how can I help myself with this health anxiety and not let the small sensations or symptoms trigger it, and then my thoughts spiral out of control. So I'm gonna try to figure out ways to learn that. Like I said, I'm more so of a hands-on kind of learner, you know, even with like building stuff, like give me something from IKEA or wherever, I ain't gonna read the instructions. I'm gonna look at the pictures and then I'm gonna see what to do, and I'll do it that way. I'm like better off learning that way. So sometimes being in these groups is cool, talking about it and stuff like that, but sometimes just for me, getting a pamphlet or getting a paper or like a little spreadsheet, oh, let's read this and try to use this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, like, give me a video. Show me how to, you know, sit down, be mindful, the whole cognitive behavioral thinking process of it, how to just sit there and be still. What do you do in the middle of it? Like, show me, like, kind of stuff. So I'm more into learning like that. I feel like I get more out of it that way. So yeah, man, that's my whole breakdown for right now, and hopefully I'll be able to go home soon. I might play a game of basketball. I don't know. It all depends on really how I feel. But doing this definitely is helping and bringing everything down because my focus is strictly this. I'm not focused on my back hurt or my chest hurting or anything like that. So, yeah, man, health anxiety as a mother. So I'm trying to tame it and trying to control it one day, one step at a time. So, all right, y'all, peace.